Surely the presence. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. I can feel God's mighty power and God's grace. I can feel the brush of angels' wings, see glory on each face. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. Please join me, everybody. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. I can feel God's mighty power and God's grace. I can feel the brush of angels' wings, see glory on each face. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. Thank you.
Good morning. Welcome to the Unity Center for Positive Living in Everett. Let's start our time together today with a reading from the Daily Word. Get this microphone right. Sunday, April 28th. We find peace in the beauty around us. A clear day, flowers swaying in the breeze, a gently flowing stream, all reveal the presence of God and reflect our inner nature. Lasting peace resides within our mind and heart. If that peace is temporarily disturbed, if we are feeling out of sorts about our life or the situation of a dear one, we draw upon our strength and stability by turning away from outer circumstances and going within. We quiet the chatter of our mind, perhaps thinking of one of our peaceful places, imagining the breeze caressing our face, and hearing the trickling stream. In this quiet state, we connect with our source and begin to feel a settling calmness. We consider our life from this higher perspective and remain centered and serene no matter what is happening in our life or in the world. The scripture today from John, chapter 20, verse 26, peace be with you. And our opening statement, I call upon the infinite peace of God within. Let's repeat that together. I call upon the infinite peace of God within. So let's sing together again.
Does everybody have a sheet? A song sheet there?
Song sheet.
This is really a famous old hymn, but I did the Mother Earth version, and I thought you might enjoy doing this. All things bright and beautiful, all creatures great and small, all things wise and wonderful, the earth has made them all. 3, 4. Start with the chorus. All things bright and beautiful, all creatures great and small, all things bright and wonderful, the earth has made them all. Each little flower that opens, each little
wise and wonderful, the earth has made them all. The cold wind in the winter, the pleasant summer sun, the ripe fruit in the garden, it made them everyone. All things bright and beautiful, all creatures great and small, all things wise and wonderful, the earth has made them all. It gave us eyes to see them, and lips that we might tell how great is Mother Nature, who has made all things so well. All things bright and beautiful, all creatures great and small, all things wise and wonderful, the earth has made them all.
Thank you, that was beautifully done.
Well, good morning and welcome again to Everett Unity. I'd like to introduce you to the people who are most visibly serving you today. You were greeted by our ushers, Mary and Treese. Our social hour is being hosted by Nadine. Audio-video support is being provided by Dennis and Walter. Our musicians, you've already met them, Sally, Doug, and Richard. Welcome back. Our children's assistant down in the nursery today with Angie is Terry. My name is Cindy, and Doug Benecke is back here with us for the fourth Sunday of the month to be our last lesson on love. The final word. The final word on love. I'd like to remind you, if you brought your cell phone in with you today, please turn that off. We're going to have a nice quiet meditation here in a moment. And then I do have a few announcements to share with you. After service today, remember those of you who have volunteered for the plant sale, I hope you brought all your goodies in. We're going to have a little pricing party after, probably during, after social hour down in the social hall. And then remember, this coming Friday, May 3rd, there will not be any Friday family fun night. We're going to be here early on Saturday morning, so no fun night this month, but we'll be back on June 7th. I hear. Yeah, come Saturday morning. We'll have donuts. I heard rumor there's donuts. Yeah, Yvonne? Yeah, go ahead. Come on up. Oh, look at you. She brought props. I always welcome people to the platform who have props.
Well, you heard about them. Here they are. Here's our pink flamingos.
Wow.
I posted a picture on Facebook for our sale. It got 305 clicks, which means 305 people looked at it because the cover page was a pink flamingo.
Telling you.
Yeah. So according to the weather, and you know how reliable that is, we have a 60% chance of sunshine. Yeah, so place your energy towards the universe, that it provides us the weather that will best attract people to our beautiful plants. We already have some downstairs. As Cindy said, we've got pricing this afternoon. And for all of you that can come, I really appreciate you come, but not just come to work, but also come to shop. So bring your wallets.
And no, we are not pre-selling the flamingos. So many people have said, can I just buy it right now? No, you can't. Did someone notice this morning that there's a sticker inside their bulletin? Somebody. Please, someone say yes. Yes. Oh, yay. Yes. Well, I have Joel Goldsmith's book called The Gift of Love. Our last discussion this morning about the power of love. I'll send this home with you, so come see me after service. Great. All right, let's settle in and get ready for our meditation now.
So again, make it easy on all of you. Just repeat after me. Are we really? Oh.
No, she's singing. We just we're straightening out the key.
You know, there's these things called notes and sharps and flats, and it gets very confusing up here. It's a language, right? And sometimes I fail. Okay. Oh. Really
Maybe
filling
not.
out. No, E's okay.
Sweetie,
Wow.
I don't know. Where's your...
It's right here, baby.
It's in A, babe. It's in
Oh,
A.
no
It's the
wonder.
other one that was in E.
That's the other one.
But you needed the capo for something anyway. I knew that part.
All right. Well, that's why I couldn't sing it, and they wouldn't be able to sing it either. Okay. So now you see how it goes. It's like legislation and sausage. You don't want to see how musicians do it because it's really a mess. Just repeat after me. Oh, light of God,
Oh, light of God,
shine down on me.
shine down on me.
Open up my heart
Open up my heart
and help me see
and help me see
that peace and love
that peace and love
are all around.
are all around.
Come help me sing
Oh, help me sing
your holy sound.
your
Let's hear
holy
it now.
sound.
Here we go. Oh, light of God,
Oh, light of God,
brighten up my day.
brighten up my day.
When the sky is dark,
When the sky is dark,
show me the way.
show me the way.
I'm just a child
I'm just a child
wandering this land.
wandering this land.
Reach out to me
Reach out to me
and take my hand.
and take my hand.
Oh, light of
Oh,
God,
light of God,
shine down on me.
shine down on me.
Open up our hearts
Open up my heart.
and please help us see
Please help us see
that peace and love
that peace and love
are all around.
are all around.
Come now, help us sing
Come on, help us sing
your holy sound.
your holy sound.
Oh, now help us sing
Oh, help us sing
your holy sound.
your holy sound. Yes, of course. Let's take these next few irreplaceable moments of our lives. Let's take all that has happened up till this moment and see if we can just let it go. Allow your body to be in a comfortable position for you. Allow the breath to flow easily. May we open ourselves today to the new beginnings we feel in the spring. And to new perspectives. May we open ourselves to love. Breath by breath, may we remember the reality of love. May we embrace God's love. May we be like the spring garden and allow God to plant seeds of love in us. Father, Mother God, I turn now to you with open arms, with open heart. I turn now to embrace the love that is you, that is me, that is God. Let us just feel a connection to that presence, to that reality of love over these next few moments. No narration, just God. From just a simple seed, the mighty redwood tree is free. Yet there is something it still needs to bring it through. The petals of the sweetest rose come into this life tightly close. What helps them to unfold? A gentle kiss from you. It's all a part of opening, all a part of leaning into spring. Everywhere you look, there is a miracle, flowing like a river to the sea, and opening. The fragment of a melody, of a song you loved to sing to me, grew into a symphony, became my very own. And now I hear a harmony rising high and floating free, resolving all the mystery of the many tones. It's all a part of opening, all a part of learning how to sing. Everywhere you listen, there's a melody flowing like a river to the sea and opening. The love that lies within our hearts wants so much to have a start, and waits for us to do our part, give it all away. And you and I, we want so much to open to that loving touch of every sea that reaches in the darkness for the light of day. It's all a part of opening, all a part of giving what we bring. Everywhere you go, the opportunity to be flowing like a river to the sea and opening. Thank you. That song was written by an old friend of mine. I've somewhat radically changed it. Sal has salified it a bit. I hope he wouldn't be horrified by the result. But I think I will just tell you a quick story, because you might get a laugh out of this, of when I invited my friend Bill Mann over to my home for dinner. I had met this guy. I knew he was a songwriter. He seemed like a very spiritual person. And I invited him over, and I made some food. We were going to eat and then play some music. I sat down with him and I said, shall we just close our eyes for a bit of grace? And he said, sure. So I closed my eyes, and I looked up, and his eyes were closed, so I closed my eyes again. And then I would look up, and his eyes were closed, so I closed my eyes. It went on for like 7 or 8 minutes, I think. You know, the broccoli's getting really cold, that sort of thing. But finally, we opened our eyes simultaneously. The food was blessed. Well, years later, I was talking to Bill about that dinner and how long the blessing had gone on. And he said, yeah, Doug, you know, I kept opening my eyes, but your eyes were closed. To have good friends and to have these good memories. And he's such a wonderful songwriter and mentor to me in the day. So it's spring. It truly is spring, right? Are we feeling it? It's spring whether it's sunny or not. Spring is, you know, it's like the morning of the year. It's when we reset and we begin again. And today I want to talk about morning itself, about how we start our days, how we feed our spirit at day's beginning. It's truly an important question whether and how we link up with that unity power of love upon awakening. That's vital to our journey? Are we nourishing our souls when we first come awake? Or are we taking in spiritual junk food right out of the gate? It's not a new idea that the first part of each day may be utilized well or misspent. In the 1200s, the poet Rumi wrote, "Today, like every other day, we wake up empty and frightened." Don't open the door to the study and begin reading. Take down a musical instrument. Let the beauty we love be what we do. There are 100 ways to kneel and kiss the ground. I think if Rumi were writing this poem in 2024, it may be that instead of "today like every other day, we wake up empty and frightened," we would hear perhaps "today like every other day, we wake up uncomfortably full from late night snacking and worried about A, politics, B, war in Ukraine, Gaza, somewhere else, C, our finances, our weight, our health, our kids, property, climate change, nuclear geopolitics, etc., etc. Taxes. D, choose your own misadventure here. That was just the first line. Don't open the door to the study and begin reading translates into don't open your laptop, your tablet, your smartphone, and start your day doom scrolling. Hello? Take down a musical instrument, could be, of course. If we don't happen to play or feel comfortable, put on some lovely music. Let the beauty we love be what we do. There are 100 ways to kneel and kiss the ground. We don't have to edit those for 2024. So much that Cindy shared from the Daily Word is connected to what I wanted to talk about today. It's perfect. I'm bringing in Father Richard Rohr, a radical priest in some way, right? From the Center for Action and Contemplation. He says, we spend a majority of our time interacting with thoughts and opinions about everything. We're fixated on our computers, smartphones, news feeds, email, social media. This is, of course, an unnatural world of our own creation. We don't even realize that we've disconnected from the only world that people lived in for most of human history. That's what Father Richard says. We don't even realize we've disconnected ourselves from the only world that people lived in for most of human history. In the natural world, he points out, there's no theology to agree or disagree with. We don't have to identify as believer or atheist, as male or female, conservative or progressive. There is nothing to argue about in the natural world. So he says, contact with nature brings us directly to what theology calls grace. We get connected to the spiritual power of love through seeing the hummingbird at the feeder, or looking at the daffodils, or going out and sniffing the lilac. That's a way to open the day. Now, I called this talk Opening Day, which has passed now, but when I first began to think of what to speak about, we were at that point in the calendar, the glorious beginning of America's national pastime, Opening Day, of which Yogi Berra once said, "A home opener is always exciting, no matter if it's home or on the road." The idea of opening, of being open, is crucial to ongoing spiritual growth. What bugged me as a kid regarding churches I went to, and I'm guessing there might be some identification in the room with this, was that so many church members seemed closed-minded about anything they hadn't already heard of before I was ever born. And I don't think that included Rumi's poetry. By and large, the people I met at the Methodist church I attended as a kid seemed stultified, narrow-minded, rigid. As a young person, traditional churches brought me down through their intolerance, lack of curiosity. I wanted to be uplifted by new ideas. And I'll tell you, I found out the very word open is related to the word up. Their origins come from the same root. I was drawn to a more expansive set of spiritual pathways in the open world, on the open road. I still try to open my heart, open my mind, open my ears and my eyes. I've wanted to understand open secrets that no one would talk about. Do you know about those secrets? In our families, in our institutions. I've worked at being an open book, and lately when called upon to help others to be an open door. I wanted to be open to giving and receiving unconditional love. Sometimes our openness can be hampered, can be crippled when pain and anger harden into resentment and calcify into bitterness. We've all met and recognized people this has happened to, I'm sure. Maybe we've recognized this in ourselves from time to time. If I was an old-fashioned preacher, I'd call somebody out now and say, "That's you, Claude Johnson, don't you?" Yeah, but we're not doing that.
That's why no one sits in the front.
Right? But we build up from time to time a bitter crust we think will protect us, only to find it cuts us off from joy as well. It would truly benefit my spirit to be open to others' ideas, for they surely contain wisdom I lack. But often I am not open. I need to be open to the call of Spirit, perhaps coming through you. We grow spiritually if we allow today and every day to be opening day for our souls. It starts with how we open our days. We could begin with a prayer. That's a time-tested idea of the life spiritual. If you don't have a prayer in mind or feel like your religious practice has gotten stale in some way, you could do worse than to start with this poem by Mary Oliver, Praying. It doesn't have to be the blue iris. It could be weeds in a vacant lot or a few small stones. Just pay attention. Then patch a few words together and don't try to make them elaborate. This isn't a contest, but a doorway into thanks and a silence in which another voice may speak. We can enter that silence in which another voice may speak, open our ears to that voice, our minds to that wisdom, our hearts to that love. That's opening day. Spring, like Easter we recently celebrated, is about resurrection. when new life shoots up over and over again from cold soil. It seems astonishing that we have days that are summery and blossoming, followed by cold, rainy periods, and yet flowers can remain on their stems to open once again. What a symbol of resilience. Rebirth of the natural world, of course, gives us all hope, following some dreary days of winter. Amazing to see first salmonberry blossoms and crocuses, daffodils, trilliums, and then to behold and breathe in the aroma of hyacinths, daphne, now apple blossoms, and lilac. Our yard is perfumed. Just a few of the paradisiacal delights of the spring garden, this resurrection of nature. Unlike flowers, we don't change form in the spring. Our resurrection, if we open to it, is of an inner variety. Father Richard again writes, we don't have to wait for death to experience resurrection. We can begin resurrection today by living connected to God. He goes on to give a description of resurrection, one I didn't expect. Resurrection, he says, happens every time we love someone, even though they were not very loving to us. I just want to say that again. Resurrection happens every time we love someone, even though they were not very loving to us. Every time we practice the power of love, each time we give someone the love we ardently desire, whether they are giving it to us or not, that's resurrection. Man, that's great, part of me says. Although there's another part of me that says, are you kidding me? I hate that. Because resurrection happens when something dies and is born again in a new form. And there are surely times when I just don't want a resentment I've been carefully cultivating to be killed off. I can certainly cup a grudge over not being treated the way I prefer, thank you, the way I really think I deserve. It's then that a part of me, the defensive inner porcupine, the willful wolverine of the spirit, asserts itself and shows its claws. And you know, I need to give that up. I need to let it go, even when my lizard brain is convinced that I must protect myself. I need to be open to the possibility, however remote, that my scared and defensive self isn't right, even though I really know it is, says that part of me. I can let go of my resentment and open myself to love and to a resurrection of spiritual nature, only if I unfold like a fist changing to a shape that could reach out in a loving way. When I do the work through prayer, through meditation practice, through releasing fear, remembering love, then I may keep loving even if my oh so important feelings are bruised. Pema Chodron, the Buddhist teacher, writes about how being open means we aren't allowing only warm fuzzies to get past our personal spam filters. We allow others to have and to express their opinions about us and about other stuff without trying to control or manipulate them, without trying to get them to like us or validate us or co-sign our nonsense or agree with our gossip about someone else, all of which may be a very self-comforting habit for us. She says real openness means being open to not feeling okay. It means being open to difficulties as well as to all the honors and beauties of life. The whole mess the human race is in, she says, the fact that we don't take care of the planet, we don't take care of each other, the wars, the hatred, fundamentalism, all actually come from running away. Individually, collectively, we use all these mechanisms to try to avoid feeling bad about ourselves. But if we're able to be present with discomfort and to offer love, whether or not we feel they deserve it or they gave us exactly what we wanted, then Father Richard says at that moment we've been brought to new life. Every time we decide to trust and begin again, even after repeated failures, at that moment we are resurrected. Each time we refuse to become negative, cynical, hopeless, we've been resurrected. We don't have to wait for it. It's possible now. And Father Richard says, if this is true, it's been true all the time and everywhere. It didn't start 2,000 years ago. All of us have to learn to let go of something smaller so something bigger can happen. That's not a religion, it's truth. It's the way reality works. Wisdom from Father Richard. When I met my friend Leslie, I was a 19-year-old college student showing up for my first modern dance class. She was the instructor. The first words I really remember her saying were these: meditation is dying daily. I don't know what Oberlin College thought about a dance teacher making such a deep and somewhat obscure statement. They were paying her to be there. It wasn't about dance. But it went completely over my head. I think that for me and my fellow college students, it didn't really register. These many years later, what she said resonates with me and with the practice of openness. For ultimately, what I must be open to, I believe what we all benefit from being open to, is reality. One aspect of which is that I will not live on indefinitely. You know, Woody Allen, I recognize he's a flawed figure, but he said some funny things, and he said something along the lines of, I don't want to live on in the heart of my countrymen. I want to live on in my apartment. Don't we all, in a way, live on in our homes, live on in our lives as we're experiencing them? But the dissolution of this body, this mind, this ego, this identity, this is something I get to practice openness about. I get to be open to my perishability, to my expiration date, to my dissolution, my death. In openness, I have the opportunity to practice the ultimate letting go, that of life itself. Now, I don't cling to a particular fate. about resurrection of the body. I do believe that something transcends this flesh and blood, this bone house, this microbiome, all mine, but for a moment. I open myself to that something that transcends our moments of life, be it called by whatever name. May we all remain open, always and forever, to what is, and to knowing, as Rumi wrote, this is how I would die, into the love I have for you, as pieces of cloud dissolve in sunlight. This is how I would die, into the love I have for you, as pieces of cloud dissolve in sunlight. Let us practice this opening together. In spring, in winter, in morning, in evening. Let resurrection be not something we will experience someday, but something we practice right now, again and again. Let us dissolve into love. Let us practice opening. Happy opening day. Thank you.
Thank you, sweetie. Okay, well, that's a good assignment for all of us, right?
Right.
Wow.
When we're back next month, we expect everyone to get that done by then.
Those of you who don't know I Am Free, I Am Unlimited, which is kind of what he's talking about. You can pick out your old hymnals. It's very simple, 322. And we'll sing it, I am free, I am unlimited, and then we'll do another verse, I am love unlimited, which isn't in the book. Most of you know it already. But no, we're not going to be shy. We're all friends here. We're even family here, right? And your family and your friends have seen you do lots of stupid things before, so don't worry about it. We'll just sing right out. Okay? One, two, three. I am free.
I am unlimited. There are no chains that bind me. I am free. I am unlimited. Right now.
Right now. I am free.
I am unlimited.
There are
No chains that bind me. I am free. I am unlimited. Right now.
Let's hear it. What do you got there? Body of me. Take it, Richard. I am love.
I am love. I am limited.
There are no
Chains that bind me. I am love. I am unlimited. Right now. Right now. I am love. I am unlimited. There are no chains that bind me. I am love. I am unlimited. Right now.
I
Thank you, Doug. What a great message. When he was talking about being open, and I was thinking about spring and everything blossoming and the trees and the way the trees bend in the wind. They bend in the wind, and that's what helps them be stable. That's what strengthens their roots, binds them into the ground so they can withstand the windstorm. If they are rigid and can't move, they will break. They will snap and break. And I think it is true about us. Our lives are miserable when we are rigid and unyielding and won't bend and won't give. We will snap and break when we're under pressure. But if we can flow, if we can bend, if we can be like a willow tree, the hurricane can come and swirl around us and we can bend with it. And I think that's really an important message about being open to what comes next. Because have you noticed things are not the way they used to be? They are not. They're not the way they used to be anywhere. They are not the way they used to be in our bodies, in our lives, in our church community, in our families, in our wider community, in our world. Nothing is like it used to be. And we have to figure out how to navigate through this, and we will not make it through it if we are rigid and if we are static. Everything must stay the same. We'll be miserable, and we will break. So let's bend like the trees. Let's bend like the trees.
You look like you're doing hula dance up here.
Hula dance. No, it's just the polka dots. I've hypnotized you with the polka dots. Well, now it's time to bless our offering and thank our Creator for the many blessings that we have been given and affirm our gratitude. So let's start by affirming the truth about ourselves, and this is how it goes. My name is, and you use your name, and I am prosperous always and in all ways. So let's say that together. My name is, and I am prosperous always and in all ways. Always meaning forever and ever, and always as in all forms. So let's take our offering now and hold it next to your heart. And I'm going to do a little bit of a commercial today. You know, we talk about the community that we have and the value of this community and the way that we give to this community. And it's important to remember that this community is possible because of all of you and your financial support to this community. So however you are moved to support what we do here, we gratefully accept it, and we will move forward together with you on the mission that we have in this church. So let's bless our offering together. Divine love flowing through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I share, and all that I receive. Thank you, Father, Mother, God. Amen.
One make a new one. We are not half and half. One and one make a new one. Sing and dance and laugh. Sing and dance and laugh. The sun is shining, it's a new day. Birds are singing and the trees are green. The river flowing has something to say for all the life she's seen. One and one make a new one. We are not half and half. One and one make a new one. Sing and dance and laugh. partner and promenade home. When you get there, swing your own. Join the dance, harmonize, see how much we've grown. One and one make a new one. We are not half and half. One and one make a new one. Sing and dance and laugh. Sing and dance and laugh.
So let's just take a moment now and bless this offering. Thankful for the prosperity and the abundance that our community has, our willingness to share it, and to remember that we are open and receptive to the flow of God's good, and prosperity belongs to all of us. We are grateful. Amen. Amen. All right, well, it's time for us to head downstairs, have some coffee and some treats, and visit with each other. I've heard rumor that that's really the only reason that you come here on Sunday, really, for coffee and visiting, right?
And to see you, Cindy.
Yeah, right, no. And to listen to the music, and the music is the draw. So I'd like to thank you for coming this morning. We look forward to seeing you again next week. Remember, those of you who are helping with the plant sale, please come downstairs and join in on the pricing plant sale fun. So let's gather around the room now. We'll say our prayer of protection and sing our peace. The microphone. All right. All join together. Our prayer of protection. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.